Hey, beautiful, benevolent earthlings out there. I have another video for you. Today's video is a very interesting topic, or an interesting discussion, I should say. However, I want to make it known before I start this video. Two things. One, if you're new to my channel, please, if you can like and subscribe, it will really help me out with the algorithm with these videos. The other thing is I want to make clear that everybody knows that I do not sit there and claim to be any sort of an expert, nor am I actually, with this topic that I'm fixing to do, am I claiming of what I believe and what I don't believe. I am simply sharing what I received during the night last night with very lucid dreams, very powerful lucid dreams. So, the very first dream last night that I had was about I was in space and I was seeing ETs. And, well, I wasn't seeing ETs, I felt their presence, sorry. Um, I felt their presence around me. And I felt myself in space, and the stars had changed their formations, and they were all going into triangle shapes like the pyramids. It was like um, variations of sizes, but like you have with the pyramids, in Egypt, or, we have pyramids different places of the world. You have them like in over there, what do you call it? I'm still waking up, but over there down in further Mexico and stuff like that, right? Um, but it was weird that I was seeing these pyramid formations in space. And at some point, I woke up. It was, well, actually, when I checked my, because I have a security cam I have going, and I didn't pick up any images like I usually do, but I did manage to pick up, like, you could hear sounds, like something was being moved around on my dresser. It was really weird. But anyways, but I'm not going to post those because you don't see anything in there. It was just weird. So I went to the bathroom, I came back, went back to bed, the dream continued. It was also to do about ETs. I wasn't in space, but it was definitely ETs around me, that kind of thing. And then woke up, went back to sleep, continued again. And then in the early morning hours, probably around 5 or something like that, I began to dream about the Anunnaki, which was really weird. I dreamed I was with my mother and daughter, and they had gone inside, but I was running late, and it was for their church. Sorry, I didn't specify, but we were going to see a concert or whatever. I was going to their church to see whatever this was. But anyways, I ended up running late, and I was like, well, I'll meet you in there. And what happened next was the Anunnaki had showed up. Had showed shown up. And they it was like the stone replicas of themselves, okay? But it wasn't that they were alive in these stones. Like, that was not like their actual beings. Like, the stone replicas were like spaceships, basically, and they were inside them. And then I saw like these spaceships all around the area, all in the sky. And suddenly, like, all the people from there was one woman who freaked out. She had been outside of the church, and suddenly not only these stone replicas had appeared, but she didn't realize she was standing on one of them, and it started to move, and she was freaking out, right? And then, like, so after that, all these people from the church came out, and everybody was just like in shock, and they were just like you could see panic was in their eyes, because there was all these spaceships and everything in the sky, and these Anunnaki um, stone statues or whatever were like moving. They were moving, and like, I don't know, it was just really, really, really wild. And the dream was so lucid and so powerful. And the fact that I just kept, every time I would wake up during the night and go back to sleep, I kept dreaming about ETs and stuff. And then the final dream being with the Anunnaki and all these spaceships, and all suddenly, here they are, out in the middle of, like, no more, you know, question about whether ETs and all that were real. They were there, right? It's like, boom, here we are. So anyways, that was my dream, and I just wanted to share it. I thought it was pretty wild. And let me add this part. I've had my mind so invested in working on my book that I'm writing for my When Life and Dreams Meet series. I have not watched anything or read anything to do with the Anunnaki. They have not been on my mind, okay? Because sometimes that's annoying when someone will say, well, you probably just, you can't force your dreams, like sometimes if you really watch a horror movie and it's got you so freaked out, you might start to dream about it at night. But it's not always going to be something that you thought about during the day or anything like that. I don't buy that. I don't buy that. I have dreams a lot of times where a certain place or whatever, I had not thought about it. I hadn't been exposed to it in days before or anything like that, and it'll just appear. So I found that very interesting anyways, the fact that I never researched anything on the Anunnaki. I've heard little things here and there, but they were not like somebody that I really researched in. And the fact that they just appeared in my dream out of nowhere, it was just pretty wild. Anyways, so that's my video today, and I send you all light, love, peace, happiness, joy, wherever you are on the planet. I know things are really tough right now, trust me, and it's hard to try and remain positive and that, but I also believe that we have those out there, our benevolent star brothers and sisters out there who care about us, okay? And that they just can't get involved in certain things that are taking place on the planet, unfortunately. But I do believe they are out there, and I do believe that they do sympathize with us, especially from the experiences I have gotten through downloads and things I've had, happening around me in my own life. So, all right, guys, light, love, peace, joy, happiness, and talk to you later. Bye.